guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lew. Coming to you live from Studio 700 at Revitalize Life Fitness and Life Coaching. Coach Lew will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the body, the energy, and success you deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lew.
Well, good morning. So last week, guys, we talked about morning routine. And, one of the things that came to my mind was, well, we talked about morning routine, but what about routine, period? It might be an afternoon routine. It might be an evening routine that serves you, nighttime routine. So we are going to delve into a lot more of that, especially when we get into, some segments on some sleep and sleep coaching. We're going to talk about that quite a bit. But today's training is going to be very brief. And it's about saying F you. You got to learn to use that word. You got to say F you all the time. And you're going, oh boy, he's lost his marbles. Coach is telling me to go around and tell people F you everywhere I go. No, the word is follow up. That's what I'm talking about. Follow-up basically equals action. You see, last week we talked about the morning routine. I gave you some examples of how mine goes, and some of the things that I needed to change as well came to light for me. What is some of the things that I'm teaching that maybe I'm not using in the same breath, So I thought, I've taught this a lot. And I've used this a lot with individual coaching clients, and it's telling them it's all in the FU. And it is, it's in the follow-up. Did you set up the morning routine? Did you do the step one? Did you create it? Did you, figure out and back it into the time frame to see what time you really need to get up to do what you need to do in the morning to do this morning routine and still not be stressed and late to what you got to do later in the morning? So did you follow up? Are you doing it? It's a week later. What's happening? How different is life? If you did set this up and you've been following it, about a week into it, you're going to find that some of it becomes pretty routine. You don't have to go to the fridge and go, what am I supposed to do next? Oh yeah, okay, oil pulling next. Oh yeah, now I'm going to do the coffee, the organic coffee, and I'm going to put some milk in the almond milk in the frother, and and keep looking at this list. Now you get up and you just start doing this stuff. And the cool thing is the synergy that happens, the more you do it and the more you get into that routine and follow up and do this stuff, the more it becomes very routine and just part of what you do. It becomes part of you. It becomes who you are. And then you decide what's next. What is the next level? What else do I want to work on? What other routines and what other FUs do I want to put my effort into so that life continues to get better, better, and better for yourself, your loved ones, and everybody around you so you can make a difference in this world? So, follow up on it. I'm training for the race, for the Muddy Buffalo. Jen and I are going up. We're going to do the Muddy Buffalo with Carla and Hannah and whoever else we can lasso into the deal. And, really started to kick in the training. Well, I knew I've got to start kicking in the training as we get closer to race time. Well, now we're about maybe a little over 3 weeks out. So I'm really kicking up the training. So I'm out on the trail today running, and I hit 6 miles, and I'm like, hey, that's pretty good. The other day I was a little under the weather, and, I knocked out only like 3.5 miles, and I wasn't real thrilled with my run, and it was wet and rainy and nasty, and, it just wasn't the greatest thing. So today at 6 miles, I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. I'm back on track. It's an average training run. And I'm like, yeah, but this Muddy Buffalo is going to be a little longer than this. I'm like, you know what? I got to cross over the 8-mile mark. And I've got to get my time down, and I've got to pump up my heart rate. And I started looking at some of the stats, that my H10 generates onto the phone, and looked at the race, and I did over 8 miles. I was almost content with the 6. The follow-up to what I need to be doing And the follow-up to get to where I'm going is 8, and preferably 10 as my training runs be about the week before. So this is what I'm talking about, following up, guys. And then you think, oh, it's all about morning routine or about running. That's not, I got that or whatever. No, it's about business too. How much are you losing in business by not following up? By not following up and making that phone call, not only, prior to dealing with somebody, how about afterwards? How about going, hey, what'd you think of our service? We appreciate you. Just wanted to say thank you, and just couple quick questions. Make sure that we're serving people properly. You might go, well, I'm not self-employed. I don't have a business. Okay, what about at work? Do you follow up with your boss about that raise you talked about last year, or is it going to be another year before it comes up again? Or are you going to just end up quitting and going somewhere else because you didn't get a raise you didn't ask for, you didn't follow up on? But the other side to follow up is not just repeatedly asking, like, in the secret kind of thing. It's repeatedly asking if that's part of it, but also delivering something of value to get what you're asking for. That's really what follow-up leads to. It's action leading to being able to get what you want by delivering the result to somebody else who's willing to give you what you want. It makes sense, doesn't it? So I am going to keep this short, sweet, and let you get back to your day on this training, because I think we got the point across. Next week's going to be exciting. We got some cool things in the pipeline. And make sure, of course, you see the live video above after we do the replay, because we're going to touch on some fun stuff and be a little playful with it. But for now, just checking in to see, are you following up? Step up. Do this. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams. This is Coach Lew signing off. Have a great day.